Good afternoon, my little YouTube friends. How are you doing? It's wee Paddy from across the shock, and this is a response video, and it's a response to North Star Knife Reviews, who put this up a couple of weeks ago, I think. I'm a bit late doing it, and it shows your neck knives. I'm not a huge neck knife fan, but I'm actually changing again. This is another little avenue that I'm going down. I've always had a couple of neck knives about me, but I've started to change. I literally just bought this one before Christmas. I think this was the last knife I got before Christmas. A beautiful little, they call it the neck muck, a play on the Nessmuck type shaped blade. I think it's really cool play on it. It also looks like a duck. I love that. So this is the neck duck, and I think it's a fantastic. It's a three finger. I have a large hand, three finger, but you get the fourth on this back part of the duck's head, and it locks you in amazingly. I just, as soon as I seen it, I knew this is one that I wanted to have in my collection. And I'm going to start carrying it. But I didn't actually buy it to be a neck knife, although it's perfect for a neck knife. Um, I bought it to be a pocket knife, a front pocket knife or back pocket knife that I can put in my pocket if I'm going down. I would bury it right in my pocket because we're not allowed to carry them here, but I'm taking the dogs for a walk in a wooded area or something like that. This is the perfect little knife to sit and do a bit of whittling when the dogs are running about, or to cut a bit of wood to bring back to do some whittling. Fantastic little knife, really is. And a lovely little camp knife. I mean, I don't do much camping anymore now, but I mean, this is a perfect little camp knife for cutting up your spuds, your anything at all, your meat. Beautiful eating iron if you want to while you're out. But it's beautiful, and I really do appreciate the flat pancake sort of a sheath. And it's just, it weighs nothing. It's slips in my pocket. Fantastic. Now, I'm going to carry this around the house for the next couple of days just to see what it's like, having it in the pocket, bringing it out, using it to cut. I can't see it being any problem. And I think it'll just be a nice sort of change up of EDC. So I love these little sheaths, but this all belly will do anything. And if you, like, if you're a hunter, or even if you like going out after hares, rabbits, what a great little skin blade. It really is a full flat ground, comes down to a nice enough, uh, it's a thin edge, but it's not super thin. So, it will do. You can see that. There's still a good point on that, a good point here that'll get you to do any little EDC prying jobs. But just lovely, so comfortable and so secure in your hand. Really love it. No chance of you sliding up. And especially if you're doing skinning of a rabbit or whatever, you can get right up behind here. There's jimping up on the top. No, I thought there was jimping up the top. There's not, but it feels really secure up there. Really nice. Right angle edge. Yeah, there's a good edge of that. I reckon you could even strike a ferro rod on that. But that's my first one that I'm going to show you. Now, how do I carry this if I want it to be a neck knife? Look, you can get the wee thin breakaway chains and they're fabulous, but I never feel secure with them around my neck. I don't carry necks under my shirt because it's illegal here. So what I've got, this is from my bushcraft days. And I simply would have just got this it's a little clip. Oh God, right, I'll have to go around the camera, sorry. There you go. God, that was awkward, wasn't it? It just slips on easy. And then I put this around my neck. These are two magnets. I believe they're earth magnets because you literally break them apart. And if I show you just what they're like when they come together, bang. So secure around my neck. I literally have to reach around, bang, to get it off. But if I fall, I get, whatever, I get it caught somewhere, it will break away on its own, but with more difficulty than most magnets out there. Listen to that snap. So that's the way I would tend to carry if I'm going to carry anything on a neck knife. But again, this one is more for a pocket knife. And I'll let you know when I do the review, I'll let you know what it was like to carry in pocket. So let's get on to proper real neck knives. This next one is a little CRKT. I'm sure there was a name for it. I really don't know. I've had this quite a while. But it's a lovely, slim, slender little blade. I'm going to get the thing out here just to measure the blades for you. This has got a 2.5-inch cutting blade. So very, very slim, down to a nice point. comes with this lovely little Kydex shield. Well, it's not Kydex. This is the sort of molded plastic shield, shield. And this is one, it's got a little pocket clip on it. Well, I would more clip it to the side of my belt to carry it rather than, a lot of times as a neck knife, I'll just have it clipped in there at the side of my coat where it would cover it if I'm going for a little walk again. There's nothing defensive, but it is nice to have a little knife. Again, nice slim package. And that wee clip has really good retention, really good. But again, with this, it's only a matter of clipping it on there if I want it as a neck knife. If I'm doing little jobs where I'm going to want to repeatedly keep taking it in and out and use it. So there's my second one, which is nice. And my next one is one of my subscribers sent me this. Fantastic. This is a little 3-finger knife, but you got the finger hole here, and it makes it really secure. Really, really secure. Good stock blade, rounded over edge, jimping that's quite purposeful, I'll have to say. It'll hold you there, but it's one of those wee knives where, if you want a detailed work, you just throw it in your hand. You can actually put your finger in there if you want more security. And again, little skinner, something like that. And this comes in a lovely little pancake, which is just a folded over sheath, secures in there beautifully. No noise. Them first three don't have any noise at all, I'll have to say. But this is great because when you go to pull it out, your finger's already there. So very useful if you need it quickly. Beautiful little knife. Again, weighs nothing. This blade is a cutting edge of about 2.5 inches again, which seems to be a really nice size for, I must measure my Nesmuck, or neckmuck, I keep calling it the neckmuck. The Nesmuck, I'll just check and see what it is. It is 2 3/4, probably, no, 2 5/8. 2 5/8, again, roughly the same size, which is just perfect for even EDC for me. That's a perfect size. And the last of my neck knives is this fella. I got this years ago and this is one I would have taken out with me. This is a San Remo. I think it's 8CR13. Sorry, I should have given you them. That's D2. That's 8CR13. And this one is D2 as well. So perfectly adequate steels, but this is beautiful. This is a high flat ground, beautiful blade. Really tumbled, stone washed and tumbled. Really nice. You can see that up there. It is a gorgeous blade. Again, let me just see the size on this one. This is a bit bigger, I think. Yeah, this one's 2 3/4 cutting edge on this one. Really nice. I know it looks terribly thin, but it's not uncomfortable. And you have to stop here, so you're not going to slip up if you have to push into something. These holes are just speed holes. But I suppose you could put one in there. Could you put that in there? No, I don't think I would. I suppose I was going to push in. I might use that last hole. I was going to stab and stop my finger, give me some, but I've never had that. I've stabbed and everything with it and never needed it. Again, I'm probably using it like this. So it's really comfortable, again, as a skinner, as a knife for around the camp. Now, this one comes with another carrying, although it's a neck knife. It was sold as a neck knife. Listen to that retention. Again, this one has one of these directional little clips on the back of it. You just push this wee thing down here and you can turn it whatever you want. This is the way I would have kept it. There you go. That just went to my belt on the left-hand side of my buckle, so it was easy for me to cross-draw and pull this out. But a beautiful neck knife. You can take this off and again just clip this onto there if you want it as a neck knife. And I have done that as well. But I've got options here. Although they're called neck knives, you don't have to use them as neck knives. But they're all perfectly suited to that task. But they can, you've noticed the different clips and different ways of carrying them. Now, we're going to get on to just, these are not neck knives, but I'm just showing some of my stuff. This is an LT Wright Frontier. It's a very nice, thin, full tang, beautiful little blade. And this year I want to get a little Kydex sheath to go with this one to use as a neck knife because it's lovely. I took the belt loop off this one, because I just slide it in my pocket. So I may as well get the Kydex sheath, which will, look, when you've got this in here, this is your pocket's fairly well taken up with this. So a little sheath, flat sheath on this, because it's not that thick, is perfect. And it'll make an absolutely gorgeous neck knife. This is in a tool steel. I think it's A2 or something it's in. It's really, LT Wright just makes some beautiful knives. And this one is a gorgeous, gorgeous knife. One of my favourite little small knives, full stop. And the last one is just yet another way to carry. This is a little LT Wright, but this is more of a stubby little chap. You know, it's a bit thicker. It's great in the hand. Really good if you want to do some prying work or you want to poke about. This blade, this was sent to me. I'm going to show you it now. These Knives on YouTube. Please go and visit him. Again, a super channel. Loads of little small knives, but this is his forte. But he'd sent me these two a few years ago now. And they still get used as much now as they did when I first got them. This is a beautiful little knife, but because it's more stocky and a bit weightier, this is a real little work knife. What I simply done with this one is I put a hole through the top of this, and if I want to carry it as a neck knife, I literally just clip that in there and it sits upward when I'm out in the forest or whatever. Again, a bushcrafting knife, perfect little way to carry a bushcrafting knife around. And then you can obviously at the end of the day take it off, bring it into camp, or take that off when you're in camp. You can use this as your eating iron, or again for cutting up some vegetables or whatever. A super little knife. So I really hope I've answered that question. I know they weren't all, these top two were not neck knives, but these are all neck knives, yet different ways of carrying them. If you don't want to carry them neck knives, and having options is great. And these ones is just, these are more sort of traditional neck knives. And this is my newest one, and it's going to be a pocket carry. I bought this specifically to be a pocket carry, and I'll let you know how that goes over this next couple of months and to see whether I'm enjoying carrying a neck knife. There you go. Have a nice day. Paddy's away. Thank you very much for the chance to get some of my neck knives out and maybe talk about the different ways of carrying neck knives, because don't get stuck on they have to be neck knives. I highly recommend this way as a more safer way, especially if you're going to start getting up to the more expensive ones, and especially those ones. This you're not going to lose, and you're not going to get choked because it will break before you choke. But a gorgeous way to carry, a gorgeous way? Well, there we go. It's a nice way of carrying it. That's the way I choose to carry mine, and it'll do them all. I don't have to look for separate chains or whatever. So there you go. Paddy's away. Cup of tea time. Bye-bye now.